Let me take my glasses off.
Well, hello again. I'm Bill Russell, president of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, and we have another edition of Around the Lake. And today we have the amazing Mr. Archer, not the average Mr. Archer, not the sort of good Mr., but the amazing Mr. Archer. And Robert, you came out last year to our business expo, and I think you had this 15-foot balloon. Everybody wanted their picture next to the balloon and the balloon guy. Tell us a little bit, though, for those who don't know what the amazing Mr. Archer does. What is it that you do?
Well, my motto is, if you can visualize it, I can balloonatize it. Now, whether I'm doing balloon entertainment at kids' birthday parties or whether I'm doing balloon decor for somebody's 50th, I can make a balloon structure of anything and everything.
And you've been to a number of Chamber of Commerce events, and you bring out your balloons and you actually kind of create them on the spot. About how long does it take you to do balloon art?
It can average anywhere from 30 seconds for a sword or 20 hours for a 11-foot tall Lego god. It took 300 balloons to make.
And before we came on, you actually were showing me something that you just recently created. What was that?
Like I said, if I can visualize it, I can balloonitize it. I think this looks like somebody familiar. I think he's a,
I think you got the hair down, but I'm not sure about the nose. That's a really big nose. My nose
well,
is.
I think what a lot of people might not realize is like probably the nose ends there, and then that's part of the forehead. Maybe I need to put a line there. But if I squeeze that, I could twist that and then put that in there. But I don't know. I think that looks kind of weird too. Look a little. Actually, that looks a little bit better.
You see my old English sheepdog Henry, right? He's got blue eyes just like that. So you, but I got to ask you.
Certified rubber surgeon. I can do rubber surgery. I just can't do plastic surgery.
Robert, how did you get into balloon art?
One little Christmas a long while ago, I got this little book right here. I made balloon cartoons, and it, as you can see, maybe from the, as you can see, they're like one balloon animals. And then when the internet started getting popular, and I went on the internet and I went to balloonhq.com, and I seen other people making multi-balloon animals. When wherever there's white on that animal, there's white, and wherever there's black on the animal, there's black. And if you had little orange feet, it looks like a penguin. I'm like, oh, I want to step up my game and get to that level.
Now, Robert, I know that you do kids events and I know you do adult events. What's the sweet spot for you, though, in terms of like kids' birthday parties? What's the sweet spot?
The sweet spot is like a 1.5 hour to 2 hour kids' birthday party.
And the ages?
In the Charlotte region.
And the ages?
I'd say 3 to 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And how long you been doing this?
Over 20 years.
I know this would be hard for you to even fathom, but do you know how many events you possibly done over 20 years?
Hundreds to thousands.
I
can probably honestly say I've made probably over 1 million balloons.
Really?
Maybe not 1 million balloon sculptures, but over 1 million balloons have gone through my hands.
Now, the other day you were telling me one of the most unusual balloons that you did was recently, and share with the viewers what kind of balloon that was. The one where you actually said you got inside?
Oh, yes. I have these 6-foot round balloons that you can climb inside of. You blow it up to about 6 foot tall, and then I just put it over top of my head and then squeeze into it and wiggle and jiggle and dance as I'm doing it.
Kind of like a Howie Mandel thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Robert, and we'll have your website at the conclusion of this video, but say somebody wanted to book you for a 1 to 3 hour event. What's the price range for something like that?
The price range is $200 an hour. It's a minimum of an hour and a half, and then it just gets added on. Discounts might be applied after 4 hours of services.
I know you are, I think you're living in Mooresville. What is it you enjoy about doing business or living in Mooresville? What is it you enjoy most about the lake?
Um, just the atmosphere, I would say.
Just the people?
The people, the atmosphere.
Mhm.
What I like about the street that I live on is it's a busy road where I got some people going by and getting familiar with me, but not like I-77 traffic.
Right, right. Um, the other day we were talking, and I want to know what's the most memorable party or event that you did for a kid that just sticks with you?
The most memorable party I did is where they sang to the little girl happy birthday in English, Spanish, and French. And I believe they had at least one person from almost every continent at this event, at their birthday party.
Right, right. And I know you've got a variety of, I see it in the background, a variety of balloons. About how many different kinds of balloon colors or shapes do you use? Is it just one size of balloon that you use, or is it multiple balloons?
There's multiple sizes, even with the twisters. The twisters go down from like that are 1 inch in diameter when fully inflated, up to about 6 inches in diameter when fully inflated. The average one that most people see is the 2 inch ones.
And I think before you got into ballooning, you still used your hands. What was the other thing that you did?
Other hobbies?
I think you worked, didn't you say you were working with clay?
Oh yes, I've sculpted with clay and stuff like that. I've even made clay animation videos.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was long before we had all these cell phones with cameras and apps and stuff like that. So that had to be done the good old classic way.
Well, Robert, we really enjoy you coming out to our Chamber of Commerce events. Again, you were a huge hit last October when you came out to the Business Expo, and sometimes when you're here at our new member orientations and bring the balloons. It's always great having you out.
Well, thank you. I always enjoy trying to put a smile and trying to get everybody out of the little damperness sometimes, and sometimes that balloons just do that.
Balloons can do that, and you are indeed the amazing Mr. Archer. We want to thank Joe Vagnone. He is the presenting sponsor of our Around the Lake, and we appreciate his involvement. Appreciate everybody watching. And again, Robert, thank you so very much for your time today and sharing a little bit about your business.
And thank you, Bill. Take care.